Breloom has the strongest bullet in all of Pokemon. I know a lot of people are being introduced to Breloom right now because of Luigi, and I want to explain to anyone who doesn't know competitive Pokemon why so many people are commenting Bullet Seed under videos about Breloom. Because the joke is not just that this Pokemon can learn a move that has the word bullet in it, it's that you will see that move on this Pokemon more than any others in any of the games. And as somebody who's covered in Pokemon tattoos and was president of the Pokemon Society in college, I would love to explain to you why Bullet Seed is such a cool move on this Pokemon. So Bullet Seed is a multi-strike move, so it has a random chance of hitting 2 to 5 times every time you use it. With a base power of 25, that means effectively it'll end up being anywhere between a 50 to 125 power move. A good move in Pokemon is usually around 90 base power, so people don't really like using Bullet Seed since you have to hit at least 4 times in order to reach that amount, and at that point it's better to just use a different, more consistent move since this is random. This is why, other than Breloom, you usually only see the move on 2 other Pokemon, Mega Heracross and Cinccino, because they have the ability Skill Link, which makes it so that these kind of moves always hit 5 times. This means for those Pokemon, the move will always be 125 base power. But Breloom's bullets are better than that. This is for 2 reasons. The first is because it's a grass type, and Pokemon has this thing called same type attack bonus, or stab. Basically, if a Pokemon uses a move that has the same type as it, that move's power is increased by 50%. And there are no Skill Link Pokemon that are grass types. It doesn't matter anyways, because Breloom has arguably a better ability for Bullet Seed, which is Technician. Technician boosts an additional 50% to any move whose base power is below 60. This means for Breloom and literally no other Pokemon, instead of each hit of Bullet Seed being 25 power, it is 56 power instead. And since it's always guaranteed to hit at least 2 times, Breloom's Bullet Seed does 112 power at the minimum. At 2 hits, it is doing the same amount of damage that another Pokemon would be doing at 4.5 hits. And at 3 or higher hits, it's doing more damage with Bullet Seed than any other Pokemon is capable of. And if you're playing the newest games, there's a new held item called Loaded Dice that changes these moves from hitting 2 to 5 times to instead hitting 4 or 5 times. So if this Pokemon is holding Loaded Dice and has the ability Technician, then its Bullet Seed will always hit either 234 or 300 power. Mind you, again, a good base power move is around 90. Also, a good base attack stat is around 100, and Breloom's is 130. And this is why